In the year of the Lord 401, Attila appeared, nicknamed the Scourge of God, went to the land of Italy and came to a city called Aquileia. And a prince named Polemon left the city of Aquileia to the island which is now the city of Venice, with him 500 people of Roman nobles. And between them on the island there turned out to be 4 families of Roman nobles, from the coat of arms of Kidoverus Dofsprunk, from the coat of arms of Kolyumnov Prispor Caesar, and from the coat of arms of the Ursines Julian, and from the coat of arms of Rosa Torogo. And he went by sea between the earth, and took with him one astronomer, who the astronomer understood from the stars, and they went on ships by sea to the north, and bypassed France and England, and entered the kingdom of Denmark. And in the kingdom of Denmark they entered the sea, ocean, and the ocean reached the mouth where the Neman River flows into the ocean. Then they went up the Neman River, all the way to the sea called Malo, which is called the Neman Sea, and for the reason that sea is called Neman, that the Neman flows into that sea with 12 mouths, and each of them is called a special name, and from those 12 mouths one mouth was named after Gilead. And they went up that mouth and reached the whole Neman, where it all flows in one channel. And, walking up the Neman, they reached the Dubisa River, and, entering that Dubisa River, they found high mountains above it, and on those mountains large plains and luxurious oak groves, teeming with all kinds of animals, that is, first of all, aurochs, bison, elk, deer, chamois, lynxes, martens, foxes, squirrels, ermines, and other various species. And here in the rivers there are a lot of unusual fish. And these are only the fish that were found in those rivers. But many more different amazing fish came from the sea, because the mouth of the Neman, where the Neman flows into the sea, was not far away. Above these rivers, above Dubisa and above the Neman and above the Ura, they settled there and began to multiply. They really liked this place above those big rivers and called that land Samogitian land.
This all happened during the reign of Imperator Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. As we can see, his reign 13 October 54 till 9 June 64. So created all dukes who...
Chronicle of Lithuania and Zamoid, where the year 5508 is indicated. Prince Polemon and 500 clans of the Romans left from the oppression of Nero and settled, ascending the Neman River to the Dubisa River, from where they began to multiply, crossed Vilia, and those who crossed Vilia at sunrise played trumpets in Italian trumpet and the bank of Listovania. Balti and Rus called them Lithuania. Those who remained before Vilia were called Mont. 2. Dynasty of the Grand Dukes of Lithuania. Mont was in a subordinate status like Polemon from the dynasty of Roman emperors. 3. Between them on the island there were 4, highest 2 families of Roman nobles. From the coat of arms of Kidoverus Dofsprunk, from the coat of arms of Kolyumnov Prispor Caesarin, and from the coat of arms of the Ursines Julian, and from the coat of arms of Rosa Torogo, Hector. 4. Family of the great Lithuanian dukes. 1. Polemon, coat of arms column. 2. Kunos. 3. Gimbrit. 4. Montville. 5. Radowil. 6. Mikgale. 7. Skirman. 8. Troynut. 9. Algamon. 10. Ringold. 11. Mendog. 12. Voiselk. Transition. From the dynasty to Dofspun. Coat of arms Kidoverus. 1. Javibud. 2. Kunavoid. 3. Utines. 4. Svintorog. 5. Germont. 6. Alderman. 7. Renut. 8. Naramont. 9. Transition to the coat of arms Pahonia. Troyden. 10. Jinbul went to the monastery. Change of dynasty to the coat of arms Ptolemy, Primus. 1 Widin 2 Evnut 3 Gedemin 4 Olgerd Kistut 5 Skurgalo 6 Jagielo 7 Vitatas 8 Svidrigalo, overthrown and transferred rule the Russian lands in Kiev, 9 Zhigmond 10 Casimir 11 Alexander, removed as King of Poland, 12 Zhigmond August passed to become King of Poland 13 Zhigmond Old Poland united the principalities of Lithuania, Russia and Mont, but the principality had a separate army, money and constitution confederation. Princes of Polotsk, 1 Vesh 2 Jinbal 3 Boris 4 Rogvalad 5 Gleb Euphrosyne of Polotsk, Praxida, daughter of Rogvalad and not wife the dynasty was buried in the St. Sophia Cathedral of Polotsk. 6 Vesh, God help Boris son Jinbal, was written on the stones Soviet historians removed, son Jinbal. The emergence of the state. Lithuania paid tribute to Rus before the arrival of the Mongols. The great Radziwiłł, capital and called himself the Grand Duke of Novogrudok and he went from Novogrudok and cut down the city of Gorodin, and then went to Brest, and found Berestets and Dorogichin and Melnik devastated and ruined by Batu. And he cut down those cities and began to reign in them. 4 other princes settled in other cities, including Bryansk. The Trans-Volga king of the Horde, Moscow Ulu's part of the Horde, demanded tribute as before and there was a battle of Koidanov where Skirnut defeated the Horde. Balaklay was killed. Battle of Mogilno where Lithuania and White Rus or Lithuanian and Mont defeated the Kiev, Vladimir, Drutska princes plus 2,000 Tatars. This created a stable state. Transformation of Litvin Italians into Belarusians. Here is the simplest example of how the historical Litvin becomes Belarus. After this, the great Prince Vitorivit, having thought with Prince Semyon, called Prince Ivan Vladimirovich Belsky, their nephew, and wooed that elder sister Vasilisa Baluka for him. 4 Vidit's brother's name was Nariman and he began to reign in the city of Belska. Receiving the surname Belsky and was baptized with the name Ivan, from his patronymic Vladimirovich it follows that his father Nariman was baptized with the name Vladimir. Just like Vytautas was baptized Alexander. The colors of the unflagged chase changed. 7. The Statute of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, published in Latin and Italian, has the inscription, Lithuania comes from Italy, ZDES photo, the chronicles themselves can speak. Until the 20th century, historians had no doubt about the authenticity of the Byhavets Chronicle. The Lithuanian Chronicle now on Earth there are 8,450,000,000 in 1200 there were 360 million. Divide we get 247, multiply by 1500, 500 families of 3 people. 370,500 would have to arrive now to have the same impact on the surrounding country.